Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Moortown, and today we're going to have a look at production chains because there is a bit of a hidden economy in the game, and it's not really touched on too often, but there are chains you can do if you want to. The one I'm going to focus on today is the logging sort of production line and how you can take logs all the way through the production chain and deliver it to its final position, if you will, and you can even carry on from there if you so wanted to. But I'm just gonna focus on the logs today. So we're here with the Titan and one of my many logging trailers. There are two logging trailers in the game. One of them you get from Tosan Trailers if you want to buy it. If you want to rent it, where I am just now is right here, and you can borrow a trailer from here if you don't want to or can't afford to buy your own. The other logging trailer is a little smaller and you get it from down here at Megum. This is the same place you buy the Jamusi from, and you can also get a Jamusi logging truck that does oak, which is a different type of wood altogether. It's a little bit smaller. You can do oak with these trailers, but you can't do standard timber, the standard logs with the Jamusi. But as you can see here, the 20-foot logs, you need the bigger of the two trailers. They don't fit on the Jamusi. But I have a few of these, well, 4 of these 20-foot logs on our trailer just now, and we're going to take them not too far away to a sawmill. Now you can take them to any sawmill that you choose. I'm sticking to the North Island for this particular example, but you can really take them anywhere you like. A truck with some off-road capabilities is required. It doesn't have to be an absolute off-road beast, but logs are heavy, and because of that, you want a bit of power, and the road is passable, but a little bit rough, as you can see. So the truck choice is really preference based. I've went for the Titan, which you get from Ghost Truck, of course. But you can do this with a Jamusi. I think the first time I did a log run was with a Jamusi, and it's a perfectly acceptable truck to do it with. That is not good. That's really not good. Logs are also very top heavy, as you can see, but not to worry. As long as your trailer stays attached, you can recover to road and you'll still have your logs on. You don't need to strap them down or anything like that. It's just they exist on the trailer. A bit like the coal and iron do as well. There's no strapping required, but they do give it a lovely final destination kind of vibe on your trailer. So we're going to make our way down to the local sawmill, which is only 3-ish miles away from this particular logging camp on the North Island. Providing I don't roll down a hill along the way, it's relatively straightforward. This trailer and truck are set up for other tasks, so they're not the most stable. They were tuned to pull the giant log road train that I did in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, head over and have a look at that. And while I'm on the topic, the new photo of the week winners should be popping up on the screen right about now, and very cat themed this week, which is awesome to see. So if you have a photo or a screenshot that you'd like to submit, head over to the Discord. The link is in the video descriptions, and there is a channel there specifically for submitting your photo of the week. And you can also vote on other people's photos as well. If you don't want to submit anything yourself, that's absolutely fine. I have tipped again. And of course, I'm a suspect. So I will get this back on its wheels. And here we are. That took a little bit longer out of the date than I really expected it to. But one thing to note is you can do contracts, but the contracts are for 5, 10, 20 and 50 I believe, and you get them from over here, this side, the side where you'd pick anything up. If you go here, you can see 5, 10, 20 and 50 for the logs, and then the same for the oak logs. You can also supply fuel here as well if you want to. That's not something we're going to worry about today, but if you're doing this run with a friend and you're in the same company, or you want to do this run repeatedly, you can of course take a contract to increase your earnings. So just like that, we dropped the 4 logs off. I will just leave this trailer here for now. I will tidy it up later, but for now it can just sit here. And actually, before I get back in, I will get my flatbed trailer, which is in here somewhere in amongst the many, many log trailers I have. There it is there. Because we need a flatbed or a box truck in order to move the planks that the sawmill produces. And I personally just prefer to do with the flatbed trailer. But the choices of different vehicles for this section are too numerous to really list them all off. It's just flatbeds and box trailers that will take the planks and you get them from the other trigger, the same trigger you'd go to if you were getting the contract. And again, I'm going to go for something relatively close. Yeah, I think I'll go for that one. And as you can see, there is plenty of timber in here. I mean, there's 98 timber needed at the furniture factory, so you could really make a small fortune if you keep the sawmills topped up. But I'm going to load up 9. They've went away, so in that case I am going to unload them, and I guess we'll go for this one. I'm going to load up all 9. So that is the most you can take with the flatbed semi-trailer. Of course, this does involve a trailer change, but you can set this up as a company. You can get a hired driver to deal with the logs if you prefer, and then you take the planks wherever you'd like them. We've got another 3-mile run to go with these planks. Not too bad at all, really. And these will go to a construction site. And that's an example of some of the production line runs that you can do. There is quite a number of them, and I will go over a few of them in a little bit. But from the construction site, if you wanted to, you could then take sand to the cement factory, for example, and the cement factory is another slightly more involved production chain. But if this type of video interests you and you want to see the different types of production chains and what they do start to finish, let me know in the comments and I will be more than happy to go through each of them and show you what their supply and demand is, preferably on my wheels though. Being sideways does save on tire wear, but not so good for time, and apparently not too good for the bushes either. But like with the last one, I'll hurry along to this construction site and show you what happens at that end. Okay, now that I've finished my little road rage incident there with the Buick behind me, this is the construction site, and from here I can actually take a contract here, so I will show that. So I'll take the contract for 5 wooden planks. I have 9. I could do the 10 if I was willing to go back, but for the purposes of this video I'll just take the 5, and like with every other trigger, you just drive into it. And off they go. There's the money for delivering it and the money for the contract. And what you can do if you choose to is leave your truck here, and you can take one of these dumpies that's available at every construction site and load it up with sand that will go to the concrete factory. But that is a different production chain. But this run can be done from multiple locations. So if I just show you on the map, you can actually add an extra step in here. From Migum, you can take from any of these logging camps that you choose to do. Say you went from this one, same type of cargo as I've just done. You can take it from here and take it down here. And this is a log warehouse. It just stores the logs, and then you can get a contract to deliver logs back and forth to here continuously until you're satisfied that this is full, and then take them from there all the way down to, where is it? I've lost it. It's here. So that is from right here at Megam all the way down here to Namdang, and that is a sawmill there, and from there you can take them up to this construction site or some of the construction sites over at Ara and things like that. It's the same concept, just different locations. You're just adding a logging warehouse into it, which is always but the more stops you have, the more money you will ultimately make. And there's, like I said, other production lines like fuel and limestone and steel coils and H-beams, and the list is really quite extensive. But if that's something you're interested in finding out more about the other production lines, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. And welcome to all the new subscribers. And if you were on yesterday's live stream, thank you very much for coming along to that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and there'll be another one relatively soon as well, because that was absolutely amazing fun hanging out with you guys. The server actually was full at one point, which is the first time I think that's happened, so that was absolutely awesome to see. And I will be back tomorrow with another video. Thank you all very kindly for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.